The story involving Antoine Semenyo and Liverpool has grown to such astonishing proportions that it no longer feels like just another transfer rumor. It has become a living, pulsating narrative, the kind that dominates debates in English pubs, fan live streams, podcasts, and football talk shows. And with good reason. In 2025, with football becoming ever faster, more unpredictable, and driven by astronomical figures, a player like Semenyo easily becomes one of the most sought-after protagonists of the Premier League's current chapter. At Bournemouth, he is experiencing the best form of his career, an explosion so sudden yet so consistent that it even caught analysts off guard. In just 11 league matches, Semenyo has collected 6 goals and 3 assists. But the numbers, impressive as they are, don't fully explain the phenomenon. What really makes him the name of the moment is the way he has been deciding matches. Bursts of pace that dismantle entire defenses, precise finishing, unpredictable dribbling, and an intensity level that few players are capable of sustaining. Every touch seems to carry a sense of urgency, a particular electricity that changes the tempo of the game. And then came the moment that gave this storyline a whole new dimension. Fabrizio Romano, the journalist who turned the transfer market into something close to a global spectacle, confirmed that there is indeed a release clause in Semenyo's newly signed contract. A clause that had been off everyone's radar months ago and now threatens to shake the entire January market. According to Romano, any club willing to pay £60 million plus £5 million in add-ons can simply take the player. And that puts Liverpool in an extremely tempting position. Manager Arne Slot, known for his tactical intelligence and his ability to extract the maximum from explosive and versatile players, is precisely the kind of coach who could turn Semenyo into an even more lethal weapon. Since arriving at the club, Slot has sought to shape Liverpool into a more fluid, more dynamic, and more unpredictable attacking side. And when you look at the current squad, especially after Luis Diaz's departure to Bayern Munich, it becomes clear that the team still has significant gaps on the wings, particularly on the left, but also in terms of offensive diversity. Semenyo, for his part, seems to fit this project like a tailor-made piece. He can play on the right or the left, switches positions with ease, attacks space, presses aggressively, and possesses something rare: the ability to act both as a creator and a finisher. Very few players manage to maintain that balance, and that's exactly what draws so much interest from giants such as Liverpool, Manchester United, and Tottenham. But Romano brought another detail that made everything even more intriguing. The value of the clause changes depending on the window. In January, it sits at £60 million plus bonuses, but in the summer, it drops to just over £50 million. That creates a tactical and financial dilemma for any interested club. Is it worth moving early and securing the player immediately, before someone else does, or waiting a few months to pay less, risking that he explodes even further and doubles that price through performance and competition?
Meanwhile, Bournemouth are trying to remain calm, but they know the situation is out of their control. Clauses are like automatic doors. Once the amount appears, they open, and there's little to do other than wave goodbye to the departing player. And Liverpool's directors are far from amateurs in this kind of scenario. They know very well the value of exploiting these openings before anyone else slips through. And when we look at the squad-building process Liverpool have undertaken in this new post-Klopp era, it's clear the aim is to renew not only the team, but also the attacking identity. The signing of Alexander Isak, who arrived as a technical reference, added depth to the attack. Florian Wirtz brought creativity and positional intelligence. Hugo Ekitike provided physical presence and developmental potential. Jeremy Frimpong added acceleration and unpredictability on the flanks. It was an aggressive, expensive, and bold summer window, entirely aligned with the future Slot is trying to design. But despite the heavy spending, around £450 million, there were also significant departures that balanced part of that investment. Luis Diaz's transfer to Bayern brought in £65 million and opened precisely the gap that now seems destined for someone with Semenyo's profile. Cody Gakpo took on the responsibility of being the main option on the left, but the coaching staff know they cannot rely on just one player in that area of the pitch, especially in a long, grueling season filled with parallel competitions. Wirtz, although extremely versatile, does not perform at his peak as a winger. He is essentially a central playmaker. Ekitike is a natural centre-forward. Rion Gumaha, despite his enormous talent and historic goal against Newcastle, is still treated as a project for the future. Arne Slot wants to develop the youngster, not burn him. And then comes the point that makes Liverpool fans uneasy: Mo Salah. The greatest icon of the past decade renewed his contract last year, shone brightly by winning another Premier League title, and scored 34 goals. But today, at 33, he is facing an inconsistent season. His level remains high, but the fluctuations have begun, something natural, yet requiring immediate planning. And Semenyo, with his direct, explosive and multifunctional style, is already seen as a possible long-term heir, someone capable of taking on part of the offensive burden that has always rested on the Egyptians' shoulders. The possibility of having Semenyo and Salah in the same season, in the same system, under the same manager, fires up even the most skeptical imagination. Think about it. Pace on both sides, maximum intensity in the press, constant positional switches, an attacking line capable of breaking defenses through force, instinct, and unpredictability. Slot has certainly visualized it, and that helps explain why Liverpool remains so attentive to the unfolding of this saga. Another key piece in this puzzle is the recent relationship between Liverpool and Bournemouth. The signing of Milos Kerkez by the Reds and Ben Doak's move in the opposite direction created a negotiation bridge that facilitates dialogue. That doesn't mean Bournemouth will hand over their star player easily, but it does mean there is openness, trust, and in today's market, that is worth gold.
All of this places Antoine Semenyo at the center of a perfect storm. The player is ready to take the next step in his career. The Giants are ready to move. The cause is active and accessible. Liverpool's manager needs exactly someone with his profile, his style, and his energy. And now, only one question remains, the one leaving fans, journalists, and executives restless. Will Liverpool act before it's too late? January is approaching, and each week without a decision increases the tension and further fuels the sense that something big is about to happen. What today feels like pure speculation could suddenly turn into an official announcement, a press conference, photos on the pitch, and a presentation at the AXA training center. And if that does happen, Liverpool won't simply be signing a player. They'll be triggering a piece capable of shifting the team's rhythm, accelerating the offensive rebuild, and perhaps even redefining the season's destiny under Arne Slot. The saga is only just beginning, and nothing suggests its final chapter will be a calm one.